You ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other places people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you get paid for this podcast. What I like about it is starting using it is how easy it is to use. I just upload those episodes of my podcast. I placed it other places, do some editing and tinkering, and voila, that's it. It's that simple. So if you always wanted to start your own podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. And now, let's get on with the show. You ever felt you're being watched sometimes? Have you ever had a cold shiver run down your spine? Sometimes we go through that. Sometimes we look for answers to questions we don't really truly understand. Like, are we truly alone in the universe? Is there life after death? This world is weird. It gets weirder by the day. And in that weird are questions that we have as curious beings known as humans. Tonight, we look into some of those questions and get a little weird. Because we all are just a tad bit weird. Tonight on Weekend Weird. Hey, this is RedNick here. This episode of Weekend Weird. It's a new episode. How y'all doing today? Just got finished recording it with Lorrell. She's back with us. I have no idea when Ogul or any other co-host is going to come back. But hey, Lorrell's been a good co-host, with me. We had a really good discussion. This episode is on, it's a little historical episode I have going on, especially since it was not that planned to happen like this because of the world situation, and our thoughts are with the Ukrainian people in this atrocious attack onto their homeland and their sovereignty by an absolute madman, Vladimir Putin. Our thoughts are with the Ukrainian people, and our thoughts are with the Russian working class, because they didn't ask for this. They didn't want this. They didn't ask for this. And to blame them for this is just wrong. I've seen reports of people accosting and attacking Russian businesses in this country and around the world, and also Russian people. They had nothing to do with this. Their name is not Vladimir Putin. Save your response for Vladimir Putin, not for the Russian working class. They had nothing to do with this. This is not their war. They did not ask for this. So our thoughts are with them, and our thoughts are with the Ukrainian people at this time. But again, we didn't know that this was going to happen when we were going to do this episode. We're talking about Rasputin, Gregory Rasputin, the mystic that had enticed the Romanov family, the ruling family of Russia, in the 1900s, before Tsar Nicholas II, the Tsar the ruling of Russia was deposed by the October Revolution and by the provisional government at that time. We were talking about Rasputin, also talking about the Romanovs, and dispelling some of the myths and untruths that were propagated and reported about both Rasputin and the Romanovs, and bringing you the truth. Spoiler alert: the Rasputin and Tsar Nicholas II and his wife Alexandria are not exactly great people. We're not saying anything about. Well, we're saying about the kids. The kids had nothing, pretty much, to do with that. And talking about their lives, leading them up to the point where they meet, and where everything really starts going downhill for the Russian Empire, Tsarist Russia, whatever you want to call it, even though it was going pretty bad before the Tsar and Rasputin had met. But it was even more exasperated because of that. So, again, Lorrell Kirkpatrick joins me for this episode of co-hosting with me. This is a very long episode. I thought about breaking it up into 2 parts, but like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, here. You know what? Yes, we're gonna break this up into 2 parts. So here is the first part. The second part will be released the following day. So y'all enjoy the first part. Hello? Hey.
My gosh.
Finally. Jesus.
This had to be an anchor thing. I'm on the 3rd device in a 2nd room.
Damn.
It just wouldn't. And then I loaded 3 other sites just to see. And
yeah.
Just thinking a long ass time. Okay. I'm here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's good. Because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is she not on yet? Like, oh, yeah, it probably is an anchor thing. Oh, but how are you? You're finally on.
I know, right? I'm doing okay now that I'm here. Ready to talk about Rasputin and them.
Yeah. Talk about this man who is horrible, terrible person, but the people he tried to, I guess, swindle, help, whatever you want to say it, were worse. they
I like
were...
in the first. I like how he's if I end up dead.
Yeah. You will join
if I
me.
end...
You will join me.
Just put it like
that.
You and I can still hang out that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a hell of a thing to tell somebody.
Yeah, well, that was...
Don't be too sad, big...
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Ta-ta. Who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear that ever?
Well, if you realize, I think he realized the circumstances in which everyone was in Russia at that time. He was like, yeah, y'all go follow me soon.
People were tired of him. It's really interesting because everything that I found, I mean, I guess I can look at the movies I've seen about Rasputin, and he seemed to be just kind of, a not great character.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like, the people who quote unquote liked him were even less great. So,
right.
And years of shared DNA. That's rough. That's a rough one.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Rasputin, especially how he's portrayed in like fiction or movies, plays, television shows. They show this guy just swindling this family, this poor defenseless family that just wanted their son.
Poor. I'm like, which family are you talking about?
No, quote unquote, how they frame it, this poor defenseless family who literally controlled 1/6 of the world's
The world.
landmass.
The
Yes,
world.
yes, the world's landmass. And yeah, he was probably a swindler a little bit, but I like reading up on it. It seems like he believed that he was actually trying to help these people. Um, and like there are some like don't get me wrong, this guy is a bad person, but compared to Tsar Nicholas the First and his wife, there's no
Yeah,
comparison because Tsar
he didn't have
Nicholas
that
was
much power.
worse.
He could be a bad person all day, but he definitely
Yeah,
didn't have their power.
yeah, he didn't. He just wanted to make himself better and seem more important. And
Yes.
during that, he pissed off a lot of other family members of this family, and they're like, and you're in this situation where they're in World War I, and everything's
Right.
going
Things are already
badly.
not good.
Yeah,
Things are
everything,
already not the best.
and people are rebelling, and this is like the fourth time they rebelled. It's just like, yeah, this shit is
Like
bad.
sooner or later, they're gonna see the similarity in these rebellion times. There's something
Yeah.
similar about these things, and it's
Mhm.
you guys.
Yeah, it's you guys, and
So
even betrayal of not just him, but also the Romanovs,
yeah, for
especially this
sure.
simple sympathetic portrayal that they give this family, and like, yeah, kill, yeah, spoiler alert, the Bolsheviks kill this entire family.
Like, but but
Uh,
but it's such a it's such a interesting, and it seems like they killed the entire. So I don't about it now because I feel like we're
yeah,
dragging the end to the beginning.
yeah, like, but what I'm saying is, yeah, killing kids is bad.
Well,
It's horrible.
they and I guess if you look at it back in terms of those times, I don't know how you could leave the kids alive and they won't feel some type of way. Had to come to power and return, but who wants to deal with that? I,
Yeah,
I'm not saying it was right. I'm saying I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. It's pretty much just especially the crap that this family, particularly the czar and his
It's a lot.
wife, put these people through. Yeah, they deserve the bullets in the head. I don't know about the kids, but yeah, it's you got to do what you got to do. But we're talking about on this episode both Rasputin and the Romanov family, particularly Tsar Nicholas II and his wife Alexandria.
Hmm.
Um,
Who
and
was a
their
quality leader in her own. She
yes,
did some stuff.
she was really quality person. She's just as shitty as fucking Tsar Nicholas.
I
The
was I was
shit,
talking about the leadership. I wasn't talking about her as an individual.
her
I was talking about
leadership
her.
in his individual.
Yeah, hey, when you're bad, you're bad. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
you just yeah, you're just a horrible fucking person. Well, let's get started. We're gonna talk about Rasputin before he reads the road off a little bit. So
Okay.
his full name is Gregory. I'm gonna butcher this. Yevgenovich Rasputin. He was born in Siberia in 1869. He was a Serbian peasant who claimed to be a mystic who uh, pretty much just went around claiming he was a mystic.
And somebody
Um,
believed him.
well, a lot of people believe it. They literally thought that he was this powerful man, and hey, when you got that title and you're able to convince the ruling person that's in charge of the country, yeah, you didn't just you didn't got up, and he did this while being illiterate.
Completely.
He was
Likely.
completely illiterate. He attended school but didn't learn a damn
He didn't do
thing.
well.
Yeah, his family was again um, peasants, and